and gentlemen, as you take your seats, we will be joined by this year's graduates of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and welcome the faculty of the Columbian Colleges of Arts and Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, the Dean of the Columbian College and his distinguished guests, joined by this year's Luther Rice and Undergraduate Research Fellows.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Michael King, Marshal of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences. On behalf of the Dean and the faculty of the Columbian College, I am delighted to welcome you to this celebration for our baccalaureate candidates in the 194th year of the George Washington University. We congratulate all of our graduates and join with you, their families, and friends in celebration this weekend as we share sincere pride in our graduates' achievement. In addition to greeting each of our graduates and celebrating their accomplishments this afternoon, we will also honor faculty excellence in student mentoring and advising. Each year, a representative group of graduates of the college, on behalf of all of the graduates, are asked to nominate a member of the faculty to speak on this occasion. This year's faculty speaker is Corrine McConnaughy, Assistant Professor of Political Science. Professor McConnaughy.
Hello. I have just one message for you today, and it's simple, and it's straightforward, and it's even entirely tweetable at well less than 140 characters. Don't be good. Do good. The problem isn't just that being good isn't good enough. That's a refrain I'm sure you've heard before. The problem is that sometimes, really far too many times, being good is just downright limiting. Being good means making safe choices, ones you know will please other people. And if GW has done anything for you, I hope it has been to break this habit. Now, families, stay with me while I try to explain myself on why this is actually a major return on your investment. If I do my job well, my women in politics students learn this lesson pretty early on. At the start of the semester, we play a game called the Prisoner's Dilemma. And if you aren't familiar with the Prisoner's Dilemma, be sure and ask any of the political science or economics graduates we have with us here today, because I'm pretty sure we can withhold their degree if they can't explain it to you. But let me lay out the essentials. The Prisoner's Dilemma is meant to be a model of how we make collective decisions. Decisions where our own choices are really choices that shape what everyone gets. Sounds a lot like the stuff of real life, right? The key elements of the Prisoner's Dilemma are that individuals are making these choices without being able to consult with each other, and that the rewards of the game incentivize selling each other out. In my class, the incentives, the payouts that my students get, are quiz points, something they could always use more of. And so students choose whether to be tempted by the decision that promises the possibility of more points for themselves at the cost of points for their classmates, or to make the choice that takes a risk for themselves, but could lead to more points for everyone. You won't be surprised to hear that some students are gunning for themselves from the very beginning, and that many times students actually end up in negative points territory. Perhaps you'd also not be surprised to learn that some play this game as altruists, relentlessly playing in the interest of the larger group, even as they watch their own quiz points dwindle. At this point, I know at least a few of you are thinking that my lesson is that more of us should be those altruists, the sorts of people who will play the game in the interest of the group, who take the risk to make the choice that could bring more points for everyone. And translate it into the real world, maybe that's more food on the table for everyone, or more clean air and clean water for everyone, or more peace for everyone. Those outcomes indeed sound so noble, but that's not my lesson. That would only be being good. You are capable of more. I want you to stop being good. Stop being good students and playing the game by the rules. I want you to question whether you could make a better outcome possible by changing the rules. Be brave enough to try to change the game in a way that more reliably reels in the behavior that leaves your classmates with negative quiz points. that leaves our air unclean, that leaves our world without peace. And that would be doing good, because better outcomes are the product not simply of our individual moral goodness, but of the structure we build into the world around us. Now, doing good, changing the rules under which we operate, that can seem so much harder. It so often comes without directions or role models. It so often requires creativity and ingenuity, fearlessness and fortitude. It's ripe with risk and uncertainty, but it is, after all, the stuff of history making. Harriet Tubman and her relentless efforts to subvert the system of American slavery, to not only deliver individual people to freedom, but the American conscience to abolitionism. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and her audacious insistence that those gathered in Seneca Falls to discuss women's rights in 1848 must actually demand equal suffrage in order to truly reach for women's equality. Malala Yousafzai and her inspirational defiance of the Taliban's ban on the education of girls, which she has grown into a tireless campaign for peace through investment in education the world over. These marks on history are defined not simply by their defiance of the rules, but moreover, by their pioneering pursuit of a new set of rules, ones designed to deliver more freedom, more equality, more justice, more peace. Of course, it is tempting to look at such history makers and doubt whether we each have the same capacity for doing good. But remember, doing good is not defined by how many people notice, but by the enormity of simply seeing and acting upon the possibility of a better way. This, I know you can do. Whether you see the promise of new media for creating a better informed electorate, or the potential of a new workplace policy for realizing and rewarding the full potential of all workers, whether the rules you work to change make a better life possible for 5 or 5,000, whether the change you work to effect is gradual or immediate, what matters is that you do. Remember, you are leaving this campus armed with a world-class education simmered in the world-changing experiences of DC. Who could be better prepared for doing good than you? So go forth, graduates. Congratulations, and do.
Robert W. Kenney served as Dean of the Columbian College, was particularly supportive as a department chair and as Dean of Quality Teaching, especially in introductory courses. When Dean Kenney retired, his colleagues honored him by endowing a prize to be awarded each year to a member of the faculty nominated by his students who has demonstrated an imaginative or innovative approach to teaching in an introductory or basic course in a discipline. This year's winner of the Robert W. Kenney Prize is Professor Katherine Wasdin, Assistant Professor of Classics. Professor Wasdin is honored for her sophisticated, thought-provoking, multicultural course, Mythology in the Classical World, a course that uses modern scholarship to interpret and explicate mythology while connecting to modern expression in drama, film, poetry, art, and the cultural life of Washington, D.C. Unfortunately, Professor Wasdin had a prior commitment at a research center in Switzerland this weekend and could not join us to receive her prize, but it will be awarded as soon as she returns to Washington. And now, Dean Daniel Ullman will present the newly inaugurated Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring Advanced Undergraduate Students. Dean Ullman.
It is my pleasure and honor to introduce the recipient of this year's Columbian Prize for Teaching and Mentoring of Advanced Undergraduate Students. This award is given to a faculty member who has given exceptional care and attention to students through advanced coursework, through undergraduate research supervision, through direction of senior capstone projects, and through similar mentoring activities. This year's Columbian Prize winner is Dr. Tara Sinclair, an associate professor in the Department of Economics. Dr. Sinclair earned her bachelor's degree in foreign languages from Wheaton College in Illinois and her master's and doctoral degrees in economics from Washington University in St. Louis. Washington University is just George Washington University without the George. Her area of expertise is macroeconomics and econometrics. She co-directs GW's research program on forecasting, and she is chief economist at Indeed.com, the world's #1 job site. She publishes frequently in professional journals with a wide spectrum of collaborators. But what we are celebrating today is Professor Sinclair's devotion to engagement and mentoring of undergraduates. Within the past 3 years, 5 students she has guided in research have received first or second prizes at the poster session at GW Research Days. She has 2 publications jointly with undergraduates and 3 more in preparation. The student evaluation scores of her teaching are absolutely stratospheric. The portfolio of student letters supporting her nomination for this prize was truly overwhelming. Within those letters, one finds the following sorts of phrases: enthusiasm for teaching, commitment to student success, endless support and guidance, rigorous encouragement, goes out of her way to help students, unparalleled passion for teaching and mentoring students, and this one perhaps the ultimate compliment: in her class, I learned to think differently. Oh, and here's one more from a recent graduate, and I promise I'm not making this one up. I have made alumni donations to the university because of my positive experience with Professor Sinclair. Wow, wow. Very good, Professor Sinclair. Very good indeed. Please join me in recognizing Dr. Sinclair for her exceptional service to undergraduate students in Columbian College.
Each spring, faculty nominate an exceptional undergraduate who has evidenced outstanding scholarship through a composition, research paper, or project that demonstrates originality or demonstrates depth of knowledge as a distinguished scholar in the college. Matthew Zahn is our distinguished scholar this year. A presidential scholar, Matt will be graduating with a double major in economics and political science and a minor in statistics. In addition to serving as president of his fraternity, Matt has been elected to the Economics Honor Society, Political Science Honor Society, and the Greek Leadership Honor Society. For his senior capstone research, Matt has been examining improvements in real-time employment estimates supported by a competitive Luther Rice Fellowship from the college. His mentors assert that this study has profound macroeconomic policy implications, resulting in substantial improvement of estimates of payroll employment. This research took first place at the economics competition at this spring's Research Days Showcase and will be presented at an upcoming conference at Georgetown University later this month. Matt has also served as an intern in the offices of Senators Leahy and Baucus. He serves as president of the Alexander Hamilton Society here at GW and has been a supervisor in the facilities division of the university. After graduation, Matt will start at Bates White Economic Consulting and hopes to begin graduate studies in the future. Matt?
All right. Thank you for that introduction. I would like to ask everybody to please recognize the many parents and guests here with us that helped make today possible. Hello, everybody. Thank you for letting me speak with you at our graduation. Today, I would like to talk to you about the true value of a college education. Given our present circumstances, at our graduation ceremony, on the eve of our commencement, and deep in student loan debt, what better time to start thinking about it? Peter Thiel, the venture capitalist behind PayPal, an early investor in Facebook, was at one point offering students $100,000 to drop out of college and pursue their ideas. It seems that many of us did not take him up on that offer, in spite of the staggering costs of college tuition and fees, which have risen over 1,120% over the last 30 years. As an economics major, I'm inclined to ask, are the high costs of college not just a form of price discrimination? Aren't certain people just willing to pay more for school than others? For example, I could have attended the University of Vermont basically for free, but chose to come to GW, which was definitely not free. As one of my favorite economics professors put it, some people just have it written on their foreheads, "I'm a sucker, give it to me." So maybe that makes me a sucker. I think my dad has gotten over that, though. However, the true value of a college education is more than the cost. It is ultimately determined by you, by what you put in and the impact that you make in the lives of others. The more you are willing to invest in yourself, both socially and academically, the more you will come to understand about your interests and identity as an individual. Everybody in this building can relate to this sort of self-discovery in one way or another. You are not the same person you were when you began this journey. For me, my change was one of interests. I came to GW dead set on studying political science and going to law school after graduation. However, as I took more and more of the great economics courses, I realized where my true interests were. The faculty of the economics department did more than teach me. They pushed me to think about what I was truly passionate about and challenged me to pursue those interests. I remember on one occasion when a professor asked me, "So Matt, what's the plan? What's next?" I explained my law school plans, and then he simply asked me, "Why?" It's amazing how such a simple question can do so much. Over this weekend, reflect on how you've changed. Imagine what the person you were 4 years ago would say to you now. Think of the choices you made and the challenges that you faced that brought you to this point. Having our beliefs and interests tested has made us more confident in who we are as people and ready for the real world. College may have a price, but understanding yourself is priceless. This brings me to my second point, the impact that you can make on other people's lives. My college experience has been defined by friends and mentors. Professors Parsons and Sinclair were two of the largest influences and mentors I had while at GW. Whether it was my pursuit of a Luther Rice Fellowship or helping me to find a job after graduation, these individuals played a huge role in my college experience, and I would not be who I am today without them. These relationships helped me not only find professional success after graduation, but also inspired me to pursue further graduate study. Think of who these people are in your lives. Think of the memories that you shared together. Think of the struggles that you overcame together and the futures that you will build together. At some point this weekend, I ask that you give them a sincere thank you. But I would also like to challenge you that at some point in your life after GW, you play a similar role in somebody else's life. It doesn't have to be immediate. It doesn't have to be just once. I just ask that it is authentic and passionate. Personal development is important, but being there for somebody else is priceless. The media has paid close attention to the rising costs of a college education, probably because they like the drama of it all. It still won't save MSNBC or CNN's ratings anytime soon, though. College has a steep price tag, but we are not suckers for going because we understand its true value. The true value of our college educations are the confidence and understanding we have in ourselves and the impact that we can make in the lives of the people that we will meet. I hope that you take time to reflect on how you've changed over the course of your college education and thank the people who helped you get there. Happy graduation, class of 2015. Being with you here today is priceless.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Gosby. I am a 2002 MBA graduate from our business school here, but more dear to my heart is the fact that I have a political science undergrad degree from the Columbian College. So I'm pleased to have been in this room before, about 17 years ago, sitting somewhere over there, I think it was. I also have the honor of serving as the incoming president of the GW Alumni Association. And on behalf of the Alumni Association, which, as you may know by now, it comprises 270,000 living graduates around the world, I offer my congratulations to each of you and welcome you to our GW alumni family. As you just heard, the importance of helping others is very important, clearly, and the Alumni Association is a wonderful way for you guys to pay that commitment forward to others who will be coming in the years to follow you. So I encourage you as you get out there into the world to stay involved, stay connected to GW, and do that through your Alumni Association. We have a rich tradition of welcoming and recognizing graduating students who, one from each school, who have shown a commitment to the university, shown outstanding leadership in campus and community activities, as well as in curricular and extracurricular accomplishments. And we do that through the George Washington Alumni Association Prize. And the winner of the GWAA Prize this year from Columbian College is Nick Gumas. Nick, could you join me up here, please? Nick is a double major in political communication and political science. There's no way I was ever that ambitious, but with a 3.96 GPA. I didn't have that either. Nick was selected as the SMPA Distinguished Scholar for 2015 and will graduate summa cum laude. He has been a recipient of the Valor Excellence Award and is a member of Phi Beta Kappa and the Political Science Honor Society. During his time here at GW, Nick has been a leader and a mentor and has demonstrated a passion for serving both GW and the community. As president of the Student Association, Nick has been a voice for issues regarding mental health and is committed to diversity and inclusion at GW. He spearheaded the establishment of a peer support program to provide free, peer-based, over-the-phone mental health services to students. As president of Allied in Pride, Nick organized the first campus-wide partnership between the university's LGBT and Greek communities, creating an annual philanthropic event which has raised thousands of dollars for LGBT suicide prevention resources and homeless relief efforts. Outside of GW, Nick has interned with the Human Rights Campaign, the U.S. House of Representatives, and NARAL Pro-Choice New York. He is currently organizing a campus-wide referendum to support the implementation of a universal session on sexual violence prevention and education during colonial inauguration. And after graduation, Nick plans to continue his studies in law school and maintain his commitment to social justice and to GW through the Alumni Association. It says continue because Nick has been an active member of our board of directors for the past year, and I can speak from personal experience to his commitment on behalf of students and join all those in congratulating him. So on behalf of the GW Alumni Association and your fellow classmates, I congratulate you on your accomplishments, Nick, and look forward to your future involvement with the George Washington Alumni Association.
A number of our graduates have been selected to receive special awards, prizes, and honors. Let me call your attention to their names of the awardees who are listed on the inside of your booklet. Additionally, this year's Phi Beta Kappa inductees were honored at ceremonies earlier this week. At this time, we would like to recognize the remarkable accomplishments and talents of our graduates by first asking all of the Luther Rice and undergraduate research fellows to please stand and remain standing. Luther Rice. Would all of the departmental awardees and prize winners who are listed in the program please stand and remain standing? Prize winners. Would all of the Phi Beta Kappa graduates please stand and join them? Phi Beta Kappa. May I ask anyone who appeared on the Dean's List this year to stand as well? Dean's List. This year or any year. And those of you who finished a capstone paper, an exhibition, a project, please stand as well. In fact, anybody who finished an exam, a paper, a special project, a juried work. Yes, join me in saluting all of the achievements of these honored graduates. Please be seated now. It is now our pleasure to introduce one by one your sons and daughters, spouses, parents, and special friends whose noble achievement we celebrate with these festivities. In order that none of the names of the honorees will get lost, we ask that you withhold your applause until all of the graduates have been presented, at which time we will join together in saluting all. As Dean Vinson takes his place in front of the podium, let me ask the faculty marshals to please step forward and introduce the graduates to our guests. Again, please hold your congratulations until all have been presented.
Department of Economics, Dr. Robert Phillips. You can stand on the right. It's probably easier. Yeah, on this side. And I'll have it this way. No, that's fine. Brendan McDermott. Tyler Gillies. John Lewis Payne. Katherine Luker. Alexandra Martin. Jenny Cho. Ji-Won Choi. Eliza Miller. Marzouk Ahmed. Arthur Stephen Oscar Barman. Kyle Anderson. Henry Reeve. Elizabeth Nelson. Andrew Beauregard. Maya Devia Ishope. Maurizio Maniscalco Macaluso. Kayla Duffy. Naomi Penn. Annabelle Dada. Jordan Kay. Kevin Michael Kennedy. Andrew Suckihe. Jeffrey Liskoff. Catherine Page Black. Luke Young. Virginia Holmes. Ryan Jaspal. Josiah McDonald. Shalini Shaw. Tanya Eleftheriou. Elliot Granoff. Noel Clapp. Valerie Rodden. Shane DiStefano. Andrew Terrence Avitabili. Matthew Vincent Zahn. Daria Ubina. Hannah Park. Ryan Orsini. Asia Akshurina. Juliana Shipskins-Milnes. J. Michael Lindell. Kathleen Morales. Max Alitzhauser. Michael McGreal. Claire McFarlane. Connor Delaney. Tina Vishelli. Daniel Gutter. Blair Claflin. Dion O'Bannon. Alexander Brown. David Baer. Max Kaplan. Matthew Bacco. Samantha Schaffer. Sebastian Elganian. Patrick Ashbury Furbush. Chad Matthew Copeland. Elizabeth Koval. Kyle Sullivan. Emmanuel Manny Johnson. Dustin Bowden. Caitlin Costa. Katie Lumsden. Jacqueline Frank. Ruchi Tandon. Delia Amade. Nitan Ebomian. Erica Yarboy. Courtney Spetko. Benjamin Malin. Fahad Al-Sad. Andrew Olensky. Thomas Josephson. Christopher Walling. Janine Leroux. Karen Sislevich. Natalie Serrano. Anastasia Marinova. Lane Farrell. John Northington. Yiqing Liu, Dong Zhang, Yuhao Zhang, Qingyang Sui, Biganim Konkasheva, David Cohen, Brian Belkin, Katja Handler, Aaron Belowich, Cole Thayer, Jiajin Chang, Shidan Yilo, Kyle Russo, Zachary Zarwatny, Ryan Sherlock, Wyeth Jackson, Kumar Bhattacharya, Austin Michael Callison, Louis McCabe, Alex Moore, Hatim Abbasi, Michael Gurachi, Tariq Wilson,
Professor Susan Wiley, Political Science and Public Policy. Kevin Cameron, Jeff Bynum, Chelsea Krzajic, Christopher Frey, Nicholas Lee Crocker, Shane Loughran, Clayton Wild, Burke Bacon, Mohammed Zeman, Zeshwan Rahman, Erica Rasmussen, Justin Lewis, Alexander Andocini Pollock, Tiana Pigford, Barbara Reichert, Christina Marie Dombrowski, Rachel Whitbeck, Jorge Luis Mitsunaga, Nicole Bustamante, Liam James Cross, Noah Hirsch, Andrew Averick, Carolina Ramos, Dylan Kama, Jacqueline Sodano, Sean Michael O'Connell, Jacob Morgan Lilienfeld, Evan Ryan Clements, David Huppert, Jordan Garnick, Brandon Metzger, Nicholas LaPalme, Ian Ceccarelli, Jason Rashiotis, Alice Ahmed, Mario Joseph Stafari, Michael Adam, Hillary Hanul Lee, Kamtu Lee, Paula Pinto, Stephen Dickstein, Kayla Hamedi, Ishan Dahar, Curtis Victor, Corey Hall, Kaylee Mayen, Abril Mariaca, Zoya Nomchik, Amanda Rewards, Gabby Desser, Ariel Seaman, Fatima Amira Wilson, Desmond Dozier, Eugene Addo, Sahara Lake, Madeline Barty, Jane Gooden, Brittany Edwards, Audrey Rokicki, William Aloysius Healy IV, Michael Thornton Jr., Spencer Langan, Keaton Marek, Andrew Ochoa, Alexandra Fee, Brian Dabb, Matthew Gerstenberg, Rosabel Mejia, Vince Guzman, Samir Agarwal, Kirthi Kishore, Sally Tucker, Megan O'Malley, Gabriela Moranhello, Jillian Bush, Benjamin Leo Alden, Jonathan Pettix, Justine Hudeman, Teresa Seeger, Jacob Tremenger Imant, Alec Nadeau, Michael Lundholm, Sydney McKinley, Tessa Hamilton Bay, Julia Rinker, Ryan Hanovan, Zaharo Diamanto Gilamas, Megan Pencil, Lisa Francis, Alexis Nicholson, Elena Corcoran, Jack Persons, Trent Hagan, Dehu Lee, Catherine Potter, Kevin Rizzo, Philip Stein, Emily Jashinsky, Philip Tatayama, Lance Brand Prescott, Andrew Michael Guild, Mark Suzuki, Adiola Adegbite, Matthew Genatelli, Colby Furland, Benjamin David Wolf, Parth Patel, Henry Kempf, Joseph Reich, Morgan Smith, Ashfia Alam, Brett Weinstein, Yasmin Zinbi, Shira Harrell, Rachel Mikashevsky, Nathaniel Irwin, Danielle Martin, Lauren Landry, Amelia Foto, Sarah Dimitrovsky, Donna Renan Lerner, Ben Clough, Laura Weinstein, Jennifer Freed, David Jaffe, Deepika Srivastana, Yara Bishara, Kirsten Racine, Roderica Melissa Applewhite, Charles Philip Sucher, Omid Firuzi, Kieran Gammon, Aiden Hussein, Ian Crudlin, Samantha Dewar, Christopher Rhodes, Caitlin Arita Chang, Zachary Wexler, Emily Bernstein, David Harvey, David Rosenzweig, Isaac Wender, Danielle Eagle-Weiss, Paul Haley, David Menny, Sylvia Zenteno, Emily Rodney, James Conway, Taylor Kindle, Allison Goldman, Meredith Thomas, William Michael Serverian, Winston Roberts, Ian Robertson, Sean Goodfriend, Brian McGrath, Audrey Richards, Michael Sparrow, Alexander Teplakov, Joseph Song, Sandra Loyola, Erica Ann Medina, Kevin D. Fairbrother, Taylor Jazuski, Samuel, thanks, Mimi Meisenberg, Sarah McCarthy Kirschbaum, Madeline O'Brien, Margreta Dunham Jordhall, Laura Orella, John B.T. McEwen, Spencer Scherer, Chen Chen, Peter Spalding, Christopher Faircloth, Chelsea Dern, Peyton Ziri, Crescinda Pinsky, Emily Faye Holland, Catherine Costello, Anna Driscoll, Andrea Dolan, Brianna Brown, Christina Tomechko, John Graziano, Jordan Leon, Ning Jin, Kimberly Gross, School of Media and Public Affairs, Melissa Minton, Jamie Lachey, Kaya Uref, Kelly Brand, Laura Claire Silverman, Asha Parker, Olide Aljamagbaran, Siobhan Sharif, Kayron Peterson, Nicholas Gumas, Shannon Drosbeck, Catherine Carney, Zincle Asamoah, Raphael Byrne, Joshua Preston Strupp, Lauren Meyer, Musadik Bidar, Janice Reese-Mitchell, Carly Buchanan, Meredith Tumash, Alexandra Novicki, Silver Silverman, Erica Halverson, Anna Chestakovich, Alina Polishuk, Samantha Abramowitz, Diana Marinaccio, Mary Ellen McIntyre, Chloe Sorvino, Robin Jones Kerr, Brianna Grillo, Gerchulo, Kevin Fry, Lindsay Martin, Jeffrey Pauling, Eric Osman, Anastasia Krasnova, Sophia Amwedmu, Adam Middleton, Stephanie Faro, Alexandra DeCesare, Nicole Bradley, Cindy Hargis, Miles Hayward Selib, Catherine McCormick, Corinne Falachico, Rachel Gunira, Evan Richner. Kyle Uden Mentert. Oliver Bela. Lindsay Damiano. Kulsum Jaffrey. Andrew Lotz. Matt Sutton. Danielle Noel. Stephanie Villela. Julie Alderman. Lenoy Cohen. Zoe Lipner. Avra Bosov. Justin Peligri. Mariana Sotomayor. Leah Wasserman. Emily Frank. Elizabeth D. Cooper Huell. Margot Abrams. Alexandra Fight. Bailey Moore. Sam Rothblum. Emily Rashke. Morgan Riley Murtaugh. Stephen Richard Nelson. Miles J. Goldman. Ari Masevsky. Atmulya Shankar. Rosalind Smith. Jamie O. Audrey Aiken. Katarina Schopper. Anisha Gianchudina. Clay Miller. Kevin Palermo. Veronica Eder. Olivia Martinez. John Perino. Avery Jaffe. Department of Sociology and Criminal Justice, Dr. Lysette Osborne. Samuel Brown. Martin Quirk. Helena Wu. Shayla Keating. Marcela Torres Cervantes. Tarina Miriam Royan. Amber Clark. Catherine Behrens. Tess Yerby. Stephen Almias. Julia Kim. Zoe Curtis. Marcus Andrews. Morgan Taylor Schaefer. Hope Ayayi. Hope Ajayi. Nicholas Robert Baver Sorensen. Rafael Castillo Cuevas. Landon Garvick. Lauren Chase, Richard Damiani, Malcolm McNeil, Ishmael Dozier, Katherine Bors, Morgan Stovroff, Jenna Teleshnik, Mandy Leiter, Mark Soto, Lauren Kanoki, Bryn Peluso, Francis Scarden, Emma Vitaliano, Alexandria Yoko Thompson, Samantha Dos Santos, Matthew Hiller, Andrew Barksdale, Edward James Goodrow, Nicholas Charles Regini, Michael Tilley, Carrie Zaire Freeman, Maya Day, Victoria Muth, Mika Misha Allen, Adrian Schwert, Kellyanne Holland, Joseph Call, Suleiman Anadol, Ryan Solapias, Emily Messing, Bianca Valencia, Eric Kogar, Christopher Germiller, Alexander Goodson, Gabriel Gray, Sarah Anjali Saran, Ella Mintz, Maria Ferra, Ashley Ramkishan, Stephanie Dimitri, Chander Vilander, Lauren Davis, Simone Ujena Iyoma, Amber Drew, Alexandra Copeland, Department of Human Services, Dr. Emily Morrison, Amanda Smith, Udar Schneider, Shannon McGuire, Nadia Tafazoli, Mia Scott, Morgan Kaufman, Sam Brooks, Peter Sacco, Sangha Park, Kristen Kurpiel, Elizabeth Casey, Ashley Trick, Paige Powers, Maura Molish, Lee Wynn, Caroline Knights, Brian Doyle. Carolyn Duffy Wallace. Andrew Siegel. Ligia Maria Velerid. Hannah Elizabeth Lewis. Omatayo Aweda. Darla Wynn.
Representing the Department of Psychology, Dr. Carol Siegelman. Michelle Odgers. Ji-Yoon Choi. Esther Lee. Irene Kim. Adam Schilt. Christine Harper. Emily Scharf. Michael Velez. Ulana Roussonis. Samantha Dubrow. Congrats. Ilana Petrescu. Stephanie Connor. Natalie Petrush. Nicholas Mardikian. Kashmir Kissel-Benner. Charlie Peskowitz. Zoe Levine. Madison Ewalt. Sophie Boslau. Jessica Toth. Avery Yomins. Alexandra Johnson. Monica Gibalisco. Zachary Shinsky. Michael Moretti. Hannah Levick. Joffrey McKernan. Grace Van Duzen. Laura Leon. Alex Wisnant. Lubna Alamri. Laura Cohen. Alexandra Kasputisk. Zoe Stout. Madeline Kane. Jeremy Gann. Victoria Contour. Bria Sander. Margot Quinn. Naiha Javeri. Stephanie Bono. Alexandra Burden. Tiffany Eskandar. Jesse Kupcha. Madeline Taggart. Aishitha Sunjeev Narayani. Archana Samantha Anunthkrishnan. Annika Balraj. Caroline Hughes. Isaac Suntag. Caitlin Welch. Sadie Uahi. Robert Howard. Erica Brackett. Amanda Slutsky. Hey, Megan Walker. Ariel Maynoon. Lucy Donofrio. Kendall Margard. Sarah Daly. Rebecca Wolfson. Helen Watson. Monique Chanel McKinney. Alyssa Pitty-Singh. Shakisha Miller. Victoria Kaleo Kalani Valos. Congrats. Casey Delasola. Natalie Sohn. Margaret O'Connor. Veronica Minervino. Emily McCluskey. Casey Azar. Sydney Filco. Mary Kate McCarthy. Alexander Earl. Shannon Ray Berkner. Rebecca Sarah John. Jose Ray Antonio Lesaca. Priyanka Carr. Umna Khan. Milan Patel. Noto, okay. Sydney Noto. Samuel Lyons. Nicholas Mirvash. Natasha Casey's. Nathan Fishman. Charlotte Vandell. Bijan Kaksari. Kristen Monaco. Julie Friedman. Billy Katz. Sabrina Romanoff. Emily Shaw. Paulina Diaz. Nathan Cronin. Celia Rumbin. Ariel Ingber. Alexis Cardiel. Danielle Caitlin S. Lewis. Sophie Krensky. Sierra Omara Schwartz. Madeline Levy. Ahmad Chima. Melissa Roya Nemati. Brooke Petchman, Michael Donnelly, Margaret Ellis, Katherine Kozak, Jessica Stevens, Kathleen Amatuna, Kathleen Duman, Elena Janelle Russell, Ilana Yanku, Lisa Larson, Sally Aldabach, Alexandra Bonagora, Samantha Waldman, Richard Cooney, William Levine, Paige Carey Delaney, Lauren Cortese, Chukuma Oyebweni, Chukuma Oyebweni, Namdi Ago, Hillary Erin Marston, Hunter Eric Moreno, Lirid Zhao, Patricia Salazar, Menk Zhu, and Christopher Mark Licata.
It is now my pleasure to call upon Dean Ben Vinson to deliver his charge to the graduating class. A professor of history and dean of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, Dean Vincent is an acknowledged teacher scholar. With our faculty, he continues the tradition of excellence that is at the core of the Columbian College. And now, Dean Vincent, I am pleased to present to you the graduating class of the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, the class of 2015.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. King, for your kind introduction and for everything that you've done to really bring this event together. And also to the remarkable gathering of students, scholars, and family and friends that have come out today to this celebration. I've got to say, when I heard a couple years ago that this was the strongest class that has ever been at the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences, I had my doubts. But you know what? Today, with those handshakes, this is definitely the strongest class. Oh, gee. Guys, I am so happy to welcome each of you here today because this celebration represents the culmination of years of hard work and educational exploration that has resulted from your earning a degree from the Columbian College of Arts and Sciences at the George Washington University. On behalf of all of our faculty, all of our administrators and staff, and with a sincere appreciation to your family and friends that are gathered here, I congratulate each and every one of you on this outstanding accomplishment. Now, this is my second celebration address as Dean of the Columbian College, and it's almost hard for me to believe that it's only been 2 years. I was remarking with some of you as you were coming across the stage, this time just goes by like that. And truly, time flies when you're having fun, and I think that's key for each of you that are in this audience today. For me, whether it's been having had the pleasure of meeting some of you in your classes, or at the library, or at Starbucks, or in the food trucks, in front of the food trucks, I've had some interesting conversations in front of the bubble tea food truck in particular. Or whether it's the impassioned conversations that I've had with some of you in my office, and some of you know this from recent times. We've had some very, very engaged conversations. But from the moment that I stepped on this campus, I not only felt the vitality of this extraordinary community in the heart of this great city, but also the welcoming embrace of a new family, the GW family. A family of students and scholars, of artists and scientists, of visionaries, of romantics, communicators and thinkers. You have astonished me with your breadth of knowledge, your range of accomplishments, and your impassioned commitments. The more that I've gotten a chance to know some of you individually, it's impossible in this role to know in each and every one of you. It's a delight for me to see all of you go across the stage today. But for those that I've had the chance to know, I've got to say this is one of the most committed groups of individuals that I have ever met, and I am proud to be a member of this family. Now, as everyone sits here and looks out at you today, we are all mindful of what you've done. We are all confident that each and every one of you is ready for your tomorrow. Well, let me say why. As a student, you have taken extraordinary journeys from the classroom to the laboratory, to sites around the city, to even sites around the world. You've written poetry and formulas. You've looked into the texts of great writers and the canvases of great masters, just as you've looked into the cells of people with disease and delved into the inner workings of the brain. For some, your studies have taken you from the deserts of Africa to the battlefields and memorials of Europe, from the halls of Congress to the galleries of the Smithsonian. But wherever you've gone, whether that be across the world or across campus, you have left your mark. As individuals with a desire to absorb new knowledge and find new solutions, as citizens dedicated to making the world a better place, as valued members of the GW community, you have made your mark. And in making your mark, each and every one of us have shared in your achievements, your journeys, and your stories. Now, we have a lot of phrases here at GW that have been coined over the years to describe our uniqueness as a community. There's the only at GW moment, which can refer to an epic opportunity or an epic experience or internship or a unique lecture that has dazzled you, a rendezvous in Georgetown or at Tonic, or being stopped by the presidential motorcade on the way to class. Many of you know this. There's Raise High, which is appropriate for this particular building and this particular stage and this particular place where you are sitting, which animates, that slogan animates and elevates our sports teams to great success, but also reminds us that all of us at GW set our sights and goals at the highest levels so that we can strive to be the greatest we can be. Another phrase that we often hear is, especially in the context of the capital campaign that we're in, that at GW we're in the business of making history. So let me pause on this one for just a moment, because as some of you know, I'm a historian by trade. So for this speech, I thought a little bit about how to connect this particular phrase with graduation. And here's what I've come up with. All of us, in our own unique way, are creating life experiences that will weave into our own personal history. Some of these experiences are truly the quintessential GW moments that we talk so much about here at the university. But other moments are seemingly mundane or intensely personal. As we live our lives day by day, these moments don't often make a lot of sense to us when we're looking at life's big picture. It's easy to let these everyday moments and experiences that we have, it's easy to let them slip by without connecting the dots. But when we put on the hat of a historian, that is, when we take the time to sift through and untangle the often messy nature of moments, when we do that on days like today, we realize that we have collected a rich reservoir of experiences that may help us to change a life, to touch a community, or to impact the world. This is how, from the everyday history that each of us makes, we can reach out and make greater history. We just have to remember to take that time to look at the road that we've traveled to make greater sense of it all. Now, each and every one of you will continue to do this throughout your lives. Looking at the moments, inspecting them, gathering the lessons you've learned, reflecting on the people you've encountered and engaged. Consciously and subconsciously, you'll be absorbing what you've experienced to extract the core elements that will continue to equip you for your future. Let's return to this moment. Right here, right now, you are better prepared than you have ever been for understanding and controlling your destiny. Now, of course, there are always the seeds of uncertainty. And it's perfectly natural to ask yourself, where am I going? Will I be at peace with my choices? I remember when I was sitting right where you are right now after years of hard work and pain and sleep-deprived nights that were used to write papers I remember that the one time I had an exam that I'll never forget. It was in an art history class and the art of ancient Egypt, and about 5 or 10 of us studied together all night for this final exam before graduation. And it's art history, so when you actually, when you go and take the exam, all of us forgot this. It's slide-based, so we pulled an all-nighter. We were operating on very little sleep. The professor turned off the lights. And my friends and I, we were dozing off. I'll never forget that. Deep into the exam, I felt someone tapping my head. It was a professor. Thankfully, we were able to get through it, but each and every one of you have been through some moments or variants of this. You've struggled, you've studied, you've experienced failure. In that case, I experienced a failure. But you know what? You're here. Each of you, through failure, have arrived at your success. There's something else that I also remember when I was an undergraduate and going into graduate school, and that was working on my thesis on Afro-Venezuelan religious festivals. I had to conduct interviews, documentary interviews from famous cultural activists in Venezuela. My Spanish was okay, it wasn't perfect, and so I thought I was speaking well. I thought I was asking the right questions, and I thought I understood what these guys were saying back to me. But just a few weeks ago, I had a chance to look over the video, and I'll tell you, when I was asking them follow-up questions, it had nothing to do with the topic that we were talking about. And so these guys were looking at me, are you crazy? And I was just going on. But the interesting thing is that while I could detect this on camera, these guys were very patient with me, and I learned enough to write that thesis. So all of this to say, from these types of experiences that I know each and every one of you has your own variant that you understand, that you've experienced. Then as now, the learning experience is about trial and error. It's about making mistakes, plenty of mistakes. It's about absorbing everything you can, but realizing that knowledge is a lifelong process. Your experience here at GW is not intended to be your capstone on learning. But it does provide you with the tools of critical inquiry that will guide you, that will teach you to question, how to interpret, and how to engage our world. While today, I hate to disappoint some of you, while today you may not be emerging as perfect, you are emerging as more prepared for the road ahead than you have ever possibly imagined. Now, as you embark upon the next phase of your lives, continue to think broadly. Continue to appreciate humanistic approaches and to arrive at innovative solutions to problems that draw from a rich array of knowledge rather than a single disciplinary approach. You have been equipped with the skills that will enable you to have an agile, alive mind. Resist the temptation to forego thoughtful deliberation in a world that demands instant results. You, the graduates of the Columbian College, are the new generation of global citizen leaders. And it is critical, and this is something that Professor Steve Roberts from SMPA has drilled into my head over the past 2 years. Steve Roberts, amazing. Before you hit the send button, some of you have heard this, use your knowledge and training to make rational, informed decisions. So in closing, I know that along with the week's festivities, with this weekend's festivities, you're going to be saying goodbye to good friends and faculty and mentors and research partners and support networks. But your experience here does not end with graduation. I hope you take advantage of the opportunities to come back to GW, come back to campus, stay engaged with the GW community and the Columbian College, whether it be through the alumni network or through the friends that you've created or through other means. Continue. This is your home. Derive support from our worldwide alumni, which includes U.S. senators, best-selling authors, leading scientists, acclaimed artists, renowned physicists, successful corporate leaders, community activists, you name it, we got it here at GW. And give back if you can. Mentor a student, support a project, or be inspired as that graduate was inspired by our award winner on stage to, when you're ready, give back to your alma mater. And seek opportunity. Don't wait for it to find you. Exercise the muscle memory that you have that's in you from your studies to absorb new knowledge. Continue building your skill set and allow your passion to guide you to create a meaningful life. So, class of 2015, my charge to you is to make history. Do it by continuing to be the best that you can be. Do it by pausing every now and then to reflect like a historian on the seemingly disconnected and disparate aspects of your lives. Do it by multiplying your moments, your life experiences. Multiply those into something greater for the benefit of global society. Now, I'd like to close with this. In our day and age, it has become customary for communities to acknowledge their bonding through symbolic acts, almost a rite of passage. Years ago, people held hands together. This signaled the bonds of community. In other distant places and times, it was the singing of collective chants or the performing of ritual dances that accomplished this. Today, people all over the world are using technology to achieve this similar level of bonding. That technology freezes time forever so that the moment can be recalled at will. Of course, class, I've seen you doing this in the audience, and I'm going to do it right now. This is called a selfie. Class of 2015, would you mind squeezing a little closer? Give me a big smile. I want to remember this moment forever. Thank you. Class of 2015, congratulations, you did it. Congratulations.
Graduates, please remember to wear your Columbian College medal tomorrow on the National Mall. And when you are introduced and recognized by the Dean, I trust that you will let everyone in the city of Washington know that you are there. A sincere note of thanks to those who made today special for all of our graduates, including the staff in the Dean's office and the Smith Center, and especially to Professors Frank Cessno and Nils Olson for introducing our graduates. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as you leave the building, please be mindful of your safety and that of your party. You will be exiting onto a busy street full of city traffic. Rather than linger for photos and greetings nearby, we recommend that you move to the open space in the University Yard or Kogan Plaza. To close our program, members of the University Singers who are graduating this year will lead us in the singing of the alma mater, the words and music of which you will find at the back page of your program. Immediately after this year's distinguished scholar, Matthew Zahn, will come forward and accept the school pennant from Dean Vinson. Following this symbolic act, signifying the conveyance of knowledge from one generation to the next, Mr. Zahn will lead the platform party and the faculty from the arena. We appreciate your kindness in remaining in your places until the conclusion of the program and the Dean's party, the faculty and graduates have left the arena. Now will you please rise?
Please join us in singing the GW Alma Mater.